Here with head coach Brian Brady. Coach, Battle of the Valleys on the road this week at GV. Talk about preparation for your game against the Lakers this week.
Yeah, obviously exciting week. Definitely looking forward to it. Had a good week of practice so far. Just finished up our Wednesday morning practice, and great energy, enthusiasm from the guys, and I know they're excited about their opportunity as well.
This is a matchup between two of the top four teams in the conference. You know, we come into this game 2-0. GV comes in this game 2-0. An opportunity to fight for a potential second-place spot in the conference against a ranked opponent, and going on the road against this team for the first time in a couple seasons. So kind of what is that like for your team, just traveling, going over to GV this time rather than coming to us for the last 2 years?
Yeah, it's great. We're excited. It's going to be a great environment. They've got a good atmosphere, and so it's going to be a great experience for our players. I've heard that the game's sold out, standing room only, and so I expect there to be 15 to 17,000 in their stadium, and so this is why you play. This is what you work hard for all year round, and so I know our players are excited about the opportunity to go play in front of that many people.
Last week, offensive line played really, really well, lots of rushing yards. How key is the rushing game for you guys this weekend in this matchup?
Yeah, obviously it's critically important. You want to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, and obviously the offensive line play a key point in this game, and I'm sure they feel the same way. You want to be able to run the ball, you want to be able to control the clock to a certain degree, and ultimately, when push comes to shove and it gets down to the wire, the team that can be able to run the ball is going to have a huge advantage in this football game, and so we definitely want to be able to run the football effectively, and we think we can help balance out our attack, and I think it's always critically important to be balanced, and we would like to be balanced in a game of this magnitude for sure.
The last couple of weeks, your team has been able to come out quickly, get some points on the board on the first drive. How much bigger is that? Any bigger on the road doing something like that, coming out and just setting the tone early?
Yeah, obviously you always want to start fast, especially on the road in an environment like that. Try to take the crowd out of the game as soon as possible, and try to get them on their heels, try to take the momentum, and so it's always great to take momentum anytime that you can get it in the game of football, and then it's just made a matter of sustaining that momentum. And so, we have started fast the last 2 weeks, and that has definitely got us off to a good start, 2-0 in the league, as you mentioned, and we're looking to start fast this week as well.
And on the defensive side of the ball, the secondary has been improved the past few weeks. How key is that unit going to be in this game against a team that has a freshman under center for them? Yeah,
our secondary has made a lot of strides over the course of the last 3 weeks, really, and so proud of those guys and the work that they put in, and they have some real confidence right now, which is exciting, and saw it today at practice, and they're flying around, they're having fun, and that's good to see, and that'll be important in a game like this. We've really got to make sure that we stay on top of their receivers, and we want to prevent the explosive play, and then we want to stop the run, and so those two things got to go hand in hand. We definitely don't want to give up any easy ones and any big chunk plays. We'll try to keep everything in front, try to keep everything in the box, and then rely on our front seven to do the rest.
Really big week for you guys last week. Special teams, again, another unit that you're probably expecting on the road could really swing momentum your side if you can get some of those big plays like you've gotten the last couple weeks from that unit as well.
Yeah, special teams I think will be really critical in this football game. I think from both teams' perspective, you want to win special teams, and I think it's going to be an important factor in this football game. And you can see just, in our last 2 games, how important special teams have been. It's probably swung the game in our favor in both of the last 2 contests. And especially when you create explosive plays on multiple special teams, that's how you win big. And so we want to play clean on special teams, and when the opportunity presents itself, we want to cash in, we want to take advantage, because that can really propel a lot of momentum, and that could be a big situation in this game.